side of energy access. We're all used to seeing and hearing about deforestation, pollution, wildlife loss, hazards and disasters as directly or indirectly caused by human excessive hunger for more food and energy. As said by President Carter, our decision, and that should be the next slide, our decision to deal with energy is going to impact the future of our nation. Okay. Well, I'm going to continue. So, do you remember Kid Wally? It was created 10 years ago to criticize consumerism, waste management, human environmental impact, obesity, global catastrophic risks. And this is not very far from what we start seeing today. We win and we're losing life. Heat, a form of energy that can be transferred from one object to another, can be created as well at the expense of the loss of other forms of energy. One such example is Bacadon community, whose experience offers a dire example of how more heat from energy can lead to loss of more valuable forms of energy for local populations. You see here there's been a longitudinal study on this community. Such communities witness the loss and shift in culture, health, and overall well-being, movements from soul to intellect represented through the new land values, from collective consciousness to an individual one. Coming from Eastern Europe, I have lived through domestic energy deprivation. While challenging, it helped create an interconnected society, common faith in by today's standards, shared sustainability. Lack of social media brought people together in meaningful ways, and that connectivity, however, today has been replaced by media. As a result, connections to a screen replaced in-person contact, leads to unrealistic, distorted views of other people's lives, opens the door to unreliable information and creates a domino effect in the sharing and use. The OECD has looked at computer use among 15-year-olds across 31 nations, and what they found is quite sobering. We're moving from scarce energy to too much and irresponsible usage, and the amount of energy has negative impact on health, mood changes, increases in body weight, endocrine disruptions, sleep deprivation, and increased cancer risk and lower immunity. All these things are impacting today's society. And still, more data is spurring. ML and AI are going to increase even more our hunger for processing power. Moving to the cloud is no less than turning off your light bulbs and going to your neighbors and turning on theirs to do your work. We need to start thinking of how to handle digital landfills, how to handle ethics. We need to think about how to handle our course systems and how to embed ethics into those. Everything happens in time and space. It's been 50 years since the Battle of Michigan and Columbia University's location in New York, a media hub, and next to Harlem, a Black Mecca, was representative of the positive way social interaction can lead to meaningful connections and conversations and sustain social movements held by media and promoted by it. However, today, faced with confusing media messages, media trolls, and bots, people in laudable causes have little ability to face the system and sustain longer movements. Therefore, what can we do? To change the world, we need to start unplugging. And I've been watching everybody here during the conferences, like many of you had computers and cell phones and so on. I'm really glad I could put those aside. We need to start thinking about unplugging. We need to slow down and reflect. We need to create heat by saving energy. We need to start checking our email once or maybe twice a day and read a book even from a Kindle, an iPad, but better not. We need to really think of how human lives have been changed by energy, and we have been reaching that tipping point where we actually have to start adjusting. We need to find an improved human nature balance by rethinking our current use of energy and reflect on that frequent use, especially with our kids. And we need to look into how more computer use, it has to lead to more computer efficiency, to use innovation in ML and AI to reduce some of our screen interface. And we need to think about ethics. We also need to run and be wary of manipulation that's been happening through with help from energy. And most importantly, in order to do that, we need to first disconnect in order to reconnect. Thank you.